wish you had tried me. I wish you had tried me. See what happened when they tried me.
Why the fuck is this shit? Yo. Yo. Oh, my YouTube was tweaking. Soldier, I could be bounty hunter, master attack, or arch militant. What's overseer?
The overseer is a tactical expert who uses their familiar to execute their will. The
We get pets.
familiar determines the overseer's combat style. Different familiars grant them unique capabilities, from healing and protecting allies to destroying enemies with deadly precision. Together, the overseer and their familiar can dominate any battlefield thanks to their keen adaptability. Core focus, familiar selection, familiar control, adaptability, support, focused attacks.
So, willpower and fellowship, intelligence and perception. Is this some melee shit? We don't want to do melee. Netflix exploit combat.
The operative immediately inflicts +1 exploit on each enemy in combat, then makes a free attack against a target, can even use a ranged weapon in melee range. This attack always hits. Until the end of combat, the target of this attack suffers a -30% penalty to armor, block, dodge, and parry.
So if we go soldier and the bounty hunter, pretty much a sniper. If I go officer and these, I gotta build fellowship. Fellowship ballistic. What's arch militant again? Warfare able to blend various weapons and styles mid-combat, be it melee or range and anything in between. Arch militant is best at it becomes stronger and stronger with each second in battle. So we got coercion 35. What's awareness? Perception. Alright. I think we cooking. Ignatius. Ballistic. Oh wait, why is my ballistic?
A hive world's population is so dense that great swathes of the surface of the world are frequently covered in gargantuan cities bejeweled with towering spires that pierce the atmosphere. Hive worlds are vital to the welfare of the Imperium and are the beating heart of its economy and war machine. They produce munitions for the Emperor's armies in vast manufactories, mine valuable minerals, and refine fuel for the Imperial Navy. Innumerable regiments of the Astra Militarum are raised from their massive populations as well.
Yeah, we not healing, so we don't need none of that.
An excellent place for contemplation.
The man who has approached you is
One has
gazing
the
down
best
into
view
the
of the
depths of the
cathedral
vast
from
temple
here.
on one of the lower decks.
Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say?
One has the best
An
view of the
impeccable-
cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say?
Oh no, this add-on is chopped.
Manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
I'll stop playback on loading. I'll play that out. Alright, cool.
Of the God Emperor sublimity.
Truly an awesome, inspiring sight. All the institution's luxury, this is laughable presidents. It is enough to make one think that the architects meant to compensate rather than glorify. Yeah, have we met?
Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtfear, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Lieutenant General Cashious Scipio Grimold, commander of the 8th Army of the Scythian Janissaries. Ooh.
My regards, Lieutenant General. The Astra Militarum is the hammer of the God Emperor, isn't that what they say? Well, it is likely that fate will give you ample opportunity to demonstrate your talents as a commander. I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with Her Ladyship. Bear it with honor. I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back, especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that Her Ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities. So that you may fulfill your blood duty. Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the rogue trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor. I see that you are shocked. Yes, you understood correctly. Lady Theodora's authority indeed supersedes that of those whom you obeyed before. The Lord Captain's power is so great that she is capable of performing unthinkable feats, such as changing the fate of a servant of the Imperium. Your fate. To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencias. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others. But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord's Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
There will be no peace in my wake.
The sacred mechanism has been interfered with without due reverence. The duration of the data processing cycle has tripled.
A massive conference table, obviously crafted from real wood, a resource of incredible value aboard a void ship.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
One of the von Valencius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
What's happening? Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Body.
Cashious,
Into the
shoot,
fray we
shoot,
charge!
and don't let it get close.
All battles in the game are turn-based and take place on a grid. On their turn, a character can move, attack, and use their abilities. All battles in the game are turn-based and take place on a grid. Movement points, MP, determine how far a character can move on their turn. 1 MP corresponds to 1 cell on the battlefield. Moving diagonally is more costly. Every second diagonal cell uses 2 MP. At the beginning of each turn, movement points are restored to their maximum value. Note that once a character starts moving, this action can no longer be cancelled.
Commander and their allies do not suffer damage from allied attacks and deal 30% more damage to enemies that were attacked by them since ability activation. If multiple astral commanders are in combat, the effect doesn't stack. Force an ally to push themselves, increasing characteristics by 15 for 1 additional officer abilities to the target of voice of the command. Voice of the command cannot be targeted.
What? No. Shattered foes in my wake.
To make attacks and use abilities in combat, a character must spend action points, or AP. Their total is displayed on the panel at the bottom of the screen. Every attack or ability has a certain AP cost associated with it. The number of squares next to the icons of attack actions and other abilities indicates their AP cost. At the start of each character's turn, their AP are restored to their maximum value.
Okay, I get it.
scarcely believe it.
What
On a day
suspiciously
like
poor
this.
timing for such an accident.
Oh.
Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan. I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
Anyone who thinks of following Krant's example will end up in solitary or like Krant himself. Speaking of which, his remains still need to be scrubbed from the bulkhead. You will take care of that when we're done here. Understood.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy. What is
Yeah.
I give that permission to those with something of substance to say. Let us see if it was worth it. This is the second candidate for the title of my successor. Step forward. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular
Your
magma
character's skills
eruptions,
reflect their knowledge and
metamorphic rock
capabilities.
deposits, prospects
Some
for
dialogues
large-scale mining.
automatically initiate
The world
passive
is
skill
populated
tests.
by natives
If such
who
a test
worship some
succeeds,
heretical
new information will be
underworld
revealed.
Ah, this mod is
or a
annoying.
dialogue option will unlock. If your
Flights of
character is
fancy, you
traveling
might
with
say,
allies,
but
the party
attempts to
member with the
install
highest
ore
score in the
extractors have
applicable
failed for the
skill
second
is
time.
selected for each given
The mining
passive
crews
skill
sent
test.
to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
The spirits could have made us names and digits, aliens, overfers verify. There's in case the population of Aeon engages in. There are ways to confirm whether that is happening on Ion or not, which is witchcraft or not. Might cost several cycles to do so, but it'll give us an answer.
Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence.
Shut your mouth. I don't say it before I decide to shut it for you. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
I invite you to try, you miserable vermin. I'm
Yo.
intrigued to see how your pathetic life will.
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
So, why are you here?
Yeah, you sent for me. I don't know just yet. Hope you'll clarify that.
Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity, and my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes. Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader. Bloodright alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Does that mean they're FAS?
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voitvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least. Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Coronis Expanse. Service in the Astra Militarum is a trial from which very few people emerge with their life. That you have risen through the ranks of the Imperial Guard and assumed command of an army is a testament to your astuteness, both on the battlefield and in the tangled net of officer intrigues. I assure you, the company that a rogue trader keeps will offer you plenty of chances to demonstrate both your diplomatic skills and your combat prowess. Moreover, your courage has made you far more famous than you yourself probably realize. True feats of heroism will forever live on in the annals of the Imperium and bring honor to the Von Valancius line. I have some time before the Navigator gives the signal to initiate the Void Ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge. Sometimes I forget that people without direct access to a ship's bridge may not know the first thing about how a void ship travels between the stars. Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it under the protection of the Gellerfield, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds of years in a matter of weeks instead, sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars. The Rycad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House Von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rycad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time. Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
The game man got a cracking quick.
What an amusing attempt at defiance.
Your Emperor won't save you!
yourself with that. I'm powerless.
Can't do it on nobody.
Oh, wicked. Fate claims another one.
Such is the will of chaos. I serve the ruinous power. Out of my way.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Damn, Abelard?
Follow my lead.
Yeah, that flamethrower is fire. No pun intended. Zero temporary positive effect from an ally. Such effects enhance. Oh, buff. Oh, yeah.
Even I won't do that. Schemes with
I can handle this. Oh, the Imperium.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
Oh, we ready to fuck shit up. Henny.
From what we have seen, I can speculate that we are dealing with some variety of madness induced by warp travel. Such episodes are not uncommon among voidsmen who have found themselves outside the boundaries of real space, though such episodes seldom spill onto other decks.
Oh, the casters are not working, or have been sabotaged. Either the warp is toying with us, or someone went to great lengths to cut the ship's communications. I will need a direct channel to the engine seer Prime before I can get a sense of what we are up against. Whatever it may be, keep your weapons at the ready. I imagine it will be some time before we no longer need them.
Because there be armed people in the ranks of the crew who dare to attack the Lord Captain.
3. The incident with the rampaging servitors may be connected to what is transpiring now.
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid.
Abelard,
They will
check the
see.
latest communication
Oh,
reports for the
yes,
upper
indeed.
decks.
They all will see.
So where the fuck am I supposed to go?
Report from the engine seers. Request for cargo transfer. There, I see an alert about loss of communication with decks 8 and 12.
In this
Report from the
tapestry
engine
of a
seers.
world,
Request for cargo
I
transfer.
am the
There,
rogue
I see an alert about
friend.
loss of communication with decks 8 and 12.
Hold on, Master. Just stay with us.
The heretic's body is riddled with holes. An improvised
Riddled
single
with
shotgun
holes.
lies smoking in his hand.
Boy got smoked.
Hold on, Master.
Just stay with us.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Lunatics, fools, heretics. This ship houses thousands upon thousands of people. Pernicious thoughts and warp-induced delusions could have tainted any one of them. It is a difficult notion to accept, but such risks. First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are... Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
Cashious?
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance. And if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant. And taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both.
Everything in my power. I'm gonna get him, my nigga.
Not everything in your power. You will do as I say. I'll have your heads if you fail. Is that clear?
It's...
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk. And you do not even have proper gear.
That's what I make do. I have a proposition. Since I'm the more important person here, you can get front shield for me.
Of course you will.
Yeah, bro, we ain't bitch made like you, bro.
No cowering and no hiding. You see the traitor, you kill the traitor. Keep firing, you oafs. No cowering and no hiding. You
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful. How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warrant Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
I have no intention to help you. I will help you as long as you spend my life. Will you let me join you? Why are you doing this? What is it, inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel? Yeah.
Contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
Coercion succeed.
Wretched. What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's cur. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind. Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Fon Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
Hey, get out. I'm not your puppet. What do is you require find a way to make you pay for this. Enough trees. Enough threats. Apply with your demands. Fuck that. Foxy's desperate outcry. You feel the intruding influence forcing into your feet. Make you take a step forward, the gates looming in the center of the chamber. Arch, you see the agitator. Servitator on the gates begin to move with the screeching and groaning of the metal. It leans forward closer to your lowest jaw, open with a jaw of Shrek, much wider than the jaw of the living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. Place your hand in the Sentinel's mouth. Examine it. We're not doing that.
Did you forget something? I suggest...
Several long minutes pass. The Sentinel's jaws remain closed, and you are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath, maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Humanity sings in my veins.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiate temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile, middle and upper decks. Assuming...
As the game's story unfolds, you will see notifications at the top of the screen indicating that the status of your current objective has been updated and that new information has been added to your journal. You can open the journal by pressing J or clicking LMB on the notification at the top of the screen. Journal entries help you keep track of current events and guide your character on their journey. The Quests tab tracks the progress of the main story. Here you can find information about any quests you have accepted and their current status. Use the journal to help yourself understand where to go on the next steps of your adventure. The rumors and contracts sections also contain important information. You will learn more about them later. Still red hot from the gunfire, the engines of death froze as they finished off the heretics that had infiltrated the sanctum of the void ship.
I need the narrator. Well, I don't need it, but I want the narrator to read it. But damn, he reading slow. She reading slow as fuck.
Run, fools, or fall!
Hey, hey. Cut my boy in half.
Master.
Let's go as a traitor.
What? Whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this? What? Oh, holy God, Emperor. I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Master, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
Give a fuck about that, nigga.
And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat you.
Find your character and lose.
a time amidst the madness.
You are injured. I must dress your wounds before we go
Draw
any further.
strength from your unwavering faith and find courage in fulfilling your final duty, for showing weakness before his enemies is heresy.
You are injured. I must dress your wounds before we go any further. You are injured. I must dress your wounds before we go any further.
This wound will make a fine scar.
You are injured.
That is a noticeable improvement. The lower decks are teeming with heretics, instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels.
Yo,
and suppressing
nah, this rogue trader.
the situation on
Yeah,
the
Dark Heresy comes out
Strike
soon.
teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay.
The Alpha comes out soon.
So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on.
Hold on, what are you asking me?
But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming.
Yeah, I had to do something else with how I program it, so
Navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty
is it better now?
translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive. Lady Theodorus.
What are you asking me about heresy?
Which one? The last one I received was about the navigator's sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well and safely in charge of the ship's defense. Come.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast
Icon
transmission.
class
not
trader.
message exchange.
This is rogue trader.
Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved.
What are you asking me?
Onward.
I'm good.
Oh, watch this
Combat begins
spectacle
with a tactical
unfold.
phase. Hits powers.
The masters demand your death. I bring ruin.
Just a minor setback.
Warrior. Melee weapon requires characters to be adjacent.
One fewer target. Pain and duty go hand in hand.
I serve the ruinous powers.
I've suffered worse.
Did I set Abelard up? He getting cooked.
someone else can do this.
Undaunted by enemies of humanity, for not one of them can prevail over true servants of the Imperium who are ready to give their lives for his anointed.
I low-key cooked Abelard. I set my boy up, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Athletics. Toughness. He my tank, so yeah, he needs that.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
Oh, I thought that was a loading screen, bro.
I hear it here on the threshold of the blinded guide. Doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard, how they sing.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
Yo, B2? Betting? Whatever? What was you asking me?
Drunk old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are Von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
That's Edelthrad. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrad's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
What? You think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs? I have seen you. I have seen the footsteps of your past and the wounds of your heart. The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late.
What? You don't mean the engine Seer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling... Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Sounds like a plan.
Hurry. Destroy this field. Don't keep our master waiting.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Run, fools, or fall!
Let the blood flow!
Here we go!
Death to non-believers!
Undaunted by enemies of humanity, for not one of them can prevail over true servants of the Imperium who are ready to give their lives for his anointed.
The operative targets one enemy within line of sight. That target immediately gains +2 exploits.
Was that you? Or... Will do.
A tactically sound approach. I took care of this one.
Victory is imminent.
One fewer target.
Death to the weak.
You can use the hologram to gauge the effectiveness of your intended actions. Oh. Okay.
What is my news? Let's see. Schemes within the schemes.
Draw strength from your unwavering faith and find courage in fulfilling your final duty, for showing weakness before his enemies is heresy.
Anything else?
My place is at the fore. At your beck and I took care of this one.
The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink, parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the two dark gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, the two ordinary eyes as well as the third one that sits in the center of its forehead.
I believe Master Spider still lives. Well, the servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Your time is short.
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
It came from beyond! His body is not his!
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. I'll seal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
You can't! It's only thanks to Master Spiders that we're still alive! If he falls, this whole ship is doomed! Let him do his duty. You know it's the last thing he'll ever do. If he lasts that long.
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
The Spiders. Good
The navigator appears dead. Only the slight movement of his chest and the twitching of his eyelids let you know that he is still clinging to life. A fallen piece of debris that almost proved fatal to you. Without Adira's prediction, you would have remained in this corridor forever.
Of your Lord Captain, whose house each of you swore to serve till your last breath. May your souls never lose the fervor and fire that bolster your hatred for the enemies of the Imperium.
What lies beyond?
The door does not budge. Clots of viscous flesh have entangled the metal, sealing the door shut. A fallen piece of debris that almost proved fatal to you. Without Adira's prediction, you would have remained in this corridor forever.
Ship's as good as ours! It's all over for you!
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot these men!
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
Argenta fucking shit up.
He would protect us.
My God, my light, my emperor.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you? The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation. So I suggest we all do just that.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon...
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice. Through this door. I shall join you, for it is...
Good.
Fight selflessly and lower not your bloodied arms till the last foe of humankind is slain.
Curiosity.
Curiosity.
The whispers are getting louder. All of you will bleed! On it. Will do.
Says a warrior soldier. She's expert at burst range weapons. The damage in the area. Another Argenta's strength is her mobility. Okay. Ah, shit. I forgot you can't touch it.
Who yield or falter in their courage will be executed in disgrace as traitors to this house and abettors of the enemies of humanity. Cast aside your doubts, for they are an open...
Oh, you missed!
Doubt is for the weak.
I serve the ruinous powers!
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Out of my way! Death to non-believers!
I will do my duty. Reduced to dust.
Death to the weak! Chaos guides me! Chaos guides me!
Let's see. What if? A genius. Another one is shattered.
Just a minor setback.
Too far, cornballs.
Enemies of humanity, for not one of them can prevail over true servants of the Imperium who are ready to give their lives for his anointing.
I'm not so sure. No can do. They who discern the future on the battlefield. Anything else? What an unfortunate turn.
How the hell he attacked me?
But of course. I'll do it. Eradicated.
I serve the ruinous powers! Out of my way!
At your beck and call. It will be done. That's not the Seneschal's job.
wicked thought. Let's see.
Death to non-believers!
Will do. Why did I not foresee this?
Take a little extra damage, that's fine.
Draw strength from your unwavering faith and find courage in fulfilling your final duty, for showing weakness before his enemies is heresy.
Rejoice in battle! Each strike is a prayer. Faith without deeds is worthless. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Death to the weak!
King cleanses the body.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I'd rather not.
Oh, the storm approaches.
Bucked his ass. Pow! Fuck with this. I got a snub nose. I'm just just popping niggas. Pow! Nigga.
Such destruction. Terrible, just terrible. Undaunted by enemies of humanity, for not one of them can prevail over true servants of the Imperium who are ready to give their lives for his anointed.
It won't open. The damned heretics have blocked the door, trembling at the thought of our approach.
A melter charge will help. There's probably one around here somewhere.
The cozy seating area is completely destroyed. Pieces of furniture and splinters are scattered everywhere, and dark stains cover the floor and upholstery.
Access received. Unlocked.
Done. Patience. My nerves are frayed. Applaud my brilliance.
Over there.
Access received.
There.
Unlocked.
Done.
What do we get? What's this? Shotgun? +3 to tech use.
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed. They all will see.
The officer immediately grants an ally an extra turn with 2 AP and no MP. If this ally is under the effect of Voice of Command and kills an enemy before the end of the officer's turn, the ally gains a one-time additional +10 momentum. This ability cannot be used on the same ally more than once per round.
I can't see.
An apparition. Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
Pain is but a reflection of one's weakness. To renounce weakness of spirit in pursuit of greatness is the only path to heights worthy of a rogue trader. I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
hacking class is the good guys. We don't want to be that. The righteous on our path.
Master, can you hear me? Oh, you're alive. Which is more than I was expecting after what you just did.
Praise the Emperor. We passed through the flames. How can this be anything but a portent? For so it is said that the Emperor will bless the worthiest and most steadfast in their faith.
Indeed he does. Oh, if I hadn't seen it myself, I never would have believed.
What happened to Lady Theodora? Did she follow us? There was no Theodora, witch. There was an illusion, a temptation, a foul taint that tried to lead us astray. But he perceived its true nature.
Is that right, Adepta Sanctimonious? What? We'll just pretend like we didn't see the Lord's Captain standing there in the fire? Abelard, you tell her.
Whatever it was, it matters no longer. Your conduct is bordering on madness, or holiness. A path opened behind you, where one moment there was fire, the next only smoldering embers remained. But what am I saying? My eyes must have deceived me. Too much smoke for my lungs.
The wounds are merely a sign of a trial laudably passed. It is something to be proud of, the same as decorations or badges of honor.
Even if you were anticipating another wave of pain, it does not come. Your muscles feel strong, and your limbs obey you without fail. And yet, deep inside, somewhere next to your heart and stomach, you feel a certain tension akin to that of a taut string. You are at your limit. Be it adrenaline or the strength of your faith, it will not carry you much farther.
And my eyes deceive me. I could swear that I just witnessed you step out of a pillar of fire with the rest following in your wake. Indeed it is. Your wounds. Notice the signs of my blessing, have you? Yes. The warp is taking its toll. But I'm still sane and able to hold my weapon. I'll fight for the Von Phalanxius bloodline to the... Pray, forgive my I have gathered everyone who answered the Vox call and was able to hold a weapon. Yet I do not see the Lord Captain or her arch-militant in our midst. We are still receiving messages in her voice, but she is not responding to direct requests. I last saw Lady Theodora on the observation platform. When did you and she part ways?
It was at this very elevator, Master Edelthrad. The Lord Captain, accompanied by the Arch-Militant, headed to her chambers to retrieve an item of particular import. After that, all we heard from her were Vox broadcasts.
This is troubling, and the timing is inopportune. I am still receiving fragmentary reports from the breach. Kunrad Voigtveer was spotted there, and even what scant intelligence... No. A reasonable approach. Until next we meet, mate.
One step at a time.
The generators hum softly. When you draw closer, your skin begins to tingle from static discharges. A fallen steel has blocked the path to the lifts. You will have to look for another way to Edelfrag.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Would you look at that?
What is that?
Plasma conduits blaze with energy capable of powering a vast void ship.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Lady Theodora is killed. Fucked up. Let's run her shit though. Logic. I don't use logic. Who uses logic? Shit, none of my people use logic, huh? Fuck it. Aim against +10 to commerce and lore Imperium.
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
A bizarre fragment hung on a trophy board. The light, smooth surface of the object is dotted with dark spots and crumbling holes.
What lies beyond?
The murder scene looks like something caught the victims by surprise. No one had time to react to what was happening.
didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain, who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere. How could Mort have failed her so
We don't know. We won't put the blame on nobody yet. We don't know that.
on a death world? He had lightning fast reflexes.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Idira, you can't.
You give up so.
The murder scene looks like something caught the victims by surprise.
Damn. I did want to do the investigation. Alright, I fucked up.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
The murder scene looks like something caught the victims by surprise. No one had time to react to what was happening.
How?
The door. Did you try touching the door? To the killer in his eyes.
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in a warp. Tainted. Yes. No, wait! We must see.
Idira, you can't.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed. They all will see.
The murder scene looks like something caught the victims by surprise. No one had time to react to what was happening.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Void Ship Bridge.
Don't you dare to cross us!
Armor protects the character from incoming damage. Light and medium armor types are both available to you at the moment. The armor stat indicates what percent of incoming damage from an enemy attack it can absorb. The type of armor also influences the chances that the character wearing it will pass a dodge test. The higher the dodge penalty, the lower the chance to dodge an enemy attack. A character in light armor dodges attacks more often, but takes more damage when hit. Medium armor absorbs more damage if the character is hit, but reduces their mobility and ability to dodge attacks. Some talents allow characters to use different types of armor more effectively. You have obtained heavy armor. Unlike light and medium armor, heavy armor provides the ability to deflect damage. Deflection is a unique heavy armor stat that reduces damage taken by a specified flat amount. Heavy armor has a higher armor rating than medium and light armor, but also usually has a higher dodge penalty, making it harder to dodge an enemy attack while wearing it. Only characters with the heavy armor proficiency talent can wear heavy armor.
Victory is imminent. One fewer target. I will do my duty.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. Guided by faith! Strike is a prayer.
Was that you? Or...
Damn.
Chaos guides me.
Follow my lead. It will be done. Indeed. Victory is imminent. I took care of this one.
What if?
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. That is for the weak. On it. But of course. Anything else?
That's not the Seneschal's job. A tactically sound approach. It will be done. I will do like you.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Yes.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Toughness. If their intelligence is less than 35. Blood of Martyrs. Whenever an ally uses a heroic act, gain total wounds. Whenever the officer targets an ally with an ability for the first time in a round, they grant +3 temporary room. Like that. Enemies not armed with a melee weapon. The warrior next one. Technically, it was one step. Attacks an enemy is at full one at the full damage, like that.
Look no further. Let me help.
Your efforts are noted.
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
The horrific vision is a product of the warp energies that permeate the bridge. The horrific vision is a product of the warp energies that permeate the bridge.
The first sacrifice.
Oh, stabbed him. Why you do that?
The second sacrifice draws.
Oh, just the sacrifices he felt he needed to do for something.
You are here. But where is the Lord Captain? God Emperor, preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Forbids you of the very thought of yielding. Only the lasagna of fate will surely suffer defeat. The ship can still be steered.
Words worthy of a righteous soul. Save the lofty words for later, will you? The navigator's ready to take the ship out of the warp if he gets some help from the bridge.
Then we have no right to bow our heads. We are out of time.
We're out of time. To the party, ready your weapons. If we are to die this day, let us die with honor.
No. To die altogether is to allow the flame of the dynasty to perish in the dark. No. The ritual. Accursed traitor! A time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder. Remember my word.
What? Theodora is dead. No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
As the Emperor commands. Faith without deed eradicated.
I won't sully myself with that. I'm powerless to act. What? No. Even I won't do that. I am powerless to act.
unfortunate turn of fate.
The rogue acts of desperate measures. Momentum is required depending on the action of your party in combat. The momentum bar will increase or decrease. Our momentum values. Okay. Immediately restores all AP and MP and gains 3 MP until the end of the turn. They do not lose.
Indeed. Victory is imminent. For Von Valencius. At your beck and call. I will do my duty. It will be done. Victory is imminent.
Hey, we got up out of there.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
As the Emperor commands. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Visibility of uh-oh.
Schemes within schemes.
But of course. Anything else? On it.
He swallowed, homie? That's funny as hell.
That is not my destiny.
Brace yourself, Abelard. The healing is much appreciated. Someone else can do this. At your beck and call. Oh, my ears are ringing.
Pain is but an illusion. A genius at work. A wicked thought.
It will be done.
What if...
Anything else? But of course.
Enemy in combat. Attack against the target.
Shadows are reversed for a moment.
I will do my duty. It will be done.
I need your aegis, O Emperor.
Bro.
Ooh, another scar to my collection. Schemes within schemes. Behold my artistry!
This wound will make a fine scar.
Injuries will not slow me.
Indeed. Victory is imminent.
What? Ha! No! Even I won't do that.
Shall become like fire.
I won't sully myself with that. A genius at work. Let's see.
Was that you? Or on it?
What if?
Stop it! Will do. Anything else? Will do.
Shit.
Want to be a martyr.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
A wicked thought. Let's see. A wicked thought.
Target well struck. It will be done.
On it. But of course.
do might you. Aha! An exemplary strike. Just a minor setback.
Too bad I'm still standing. A genius at work. What? No. Schemes with schemes.
Can I fall back now? Anything else? I'm not so sure. Huh? Was that you? Or...
That was tough. Not gonna lie, that was kind of tough. Fellowship. Use passable power resistance test using their fellowship. If a high-world character starts their turn adjacent to another high-world character, 2 MP. Character has a melee superiority against the enemy. Yeah, let's do that. The warrior has less than 50% wounds again. Over the warrior's attack. Attack opposite does 22% less damage. Movement within the range. Oh. First dodge attempt, unnatural luck. Whenever Psychic uses division psychic power, ally. Deals damage or critical damage is increased by 1% to the end of combat. After that, is 3. Goes to get 20% more damage for the next attack. Soldier gains 8% crit hit chance. Bonus is doubled against enemies from which the soldier is protected by. Okay. Where's Ironclass? Wearer of these gloves suffer an injury or fall unconscious in combat their ally.
The Emperor protects. Fire on the third, shutting off the air supply. Extinguished.
It's the Seneschal.
Depressurization on the seventh, blocking the airlocks.
Well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry. We'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long. Must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Master of Whispers, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators. Then, I prayed for our rescue.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation isn't...
Mortal, who are you to oppose the very flows of fate? It matters not. Your footfalls are an echo of the sand pouring between the scales. Your hopes and faith are my mockery. I am the beginning and the end and all that courses in between. I am the voice of the truth that is destined to triumph. For this triumph is the terminal point of every twisted maze of fate.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirement's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
The Navigator's Sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret
She did, y'all.
and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain
died, y'all.
Von Valancius is dead.
May
her memory never fade.
Rogue Trader died, and I'm about to be the new Rogue Trader. Prologue again. Everybody's asking, like, where is she at? Basically, like the captain of the ship.
With the absence of other kin who could
That be dead, bruh. I gotta deal with me now. I'm about to shape shit up around here.
It is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora
I remember playing this part. I killed the nigga. He was talking shit.
of the warrant of trade
Bro, hang this nigga, bro.
of rogue The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live.
No, she done. Heir to the throne. Somebody else was trying to.
The deed is done, master.
Alright.
My apologies. I meant to say, Lord.
I must take her place as king of the throne. Morph through the planets.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the rogue trader dynasty survived. To hang the ancestral banners once again, and exact vengeance on the enemies of House von Valancius and humanity.
You had us worried for a few hours there.
Abelard offers a thin smile.
But after witnessing you fearlessly rush into the fray on deck, the only thing that surprises me is how long you stayed on your feet. Your strength only left you once the fighting was all over. Such fortitude is most
I got
admirable
Hulu.
in a
Probably
lord
find the
captain.
real episodes on there. And I got the one without commercials.
It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found. Which is unsurprising, given that their informant on board was our own Master of Whispers. Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I am still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we are currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, Your Lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge. And they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain.
Abelard grits his teeth.
No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him and any mutineers who may still be skulking in the ship's many corridors, but, frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are now one shuttle short. I am afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all that he has wrought. Attention, officers. You have been granted an honor. Lord Captain Cashious von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. As you wish, Your Lordship.
Abelard points to a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh.
Vigdis Suri Ada of the Ptolemy line, our new Vox Master.
It is an honor to serve your lordship.
The Vox Master offers a deep bow.
Aboard this vessel you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain.
The bearded man with pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hardwired into his face, gives a sullen nod.
Hail, Lord Captain. This here ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief.
Dressed in an embroidered jacket, the heavy-set man with oiled hair offers an obsequious smile and bows.
It is an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard. In the second row, we have the 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery aboard. The Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship. And, lastly, the Drives Master, servant of the Omnisia.
The 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drives Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the Tech Priest's mechadendrites.
Yes, Lord Captain.
The tall man bows his head in deference.
I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment, in terms of material losses and crew casualties, has been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factotum.
A voice distorted by a Vox retranslator emerges from under the Tech Priest's scarlet hood.
Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed. Thank the Omnisia, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow I must also report that the Engineer Prime, overseer and spiritual authority of all Tech Priests on board, fell in battle. The Muggos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Muggos. We require a replacement, and as soon as possible.
The Master of Ordnance gives you a gloomy look.
No, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. But just ask anyone. We've got no able crew, no Lord Captain. So what?
Comes the officer's hostile and bitter reply. It is as if a dam has burst inside, and all his pent-up emotions are rushing out of him.
The ship's in ruins. Every second officer's dead. And now we've got a green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us to void knows where.
Abelard grunts.
If only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then that's not bad at all. Your lordship, I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. What would you have us do with the Master of Ordnance? The former Master of Ordnance, I should say. Besides find a replacement, that is, for we already have one lined up.
Executor! Fuck, talking crazy to me.
Dogmatic, execute him.
Talk crazy to me, bro. I just got the position. I'm power tripping. Shut the fuck up. To the meeting, you shut the fuck up now. Toiling day and night.
We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the tech priest's hands for attention and that all lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and, unfortunately, this number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Owlcat Games. However, the planet, the whole system, in fact, belongs to the Winter-scale rogue trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the rogue trader. Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ships sound, more or less, but without our engineer prime and navigator, who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what'll happen first, our warp drive being torn to pieces or all of us melting into the bulkheads.
We are in the Owlcat star system, and our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in this system, and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The Novice Nobilite station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system, and Owlcat Games itself is also not responding to our hails. But what is most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet.
Your lordship, there is one other thing. A confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora.
Abelard hesitates.
Your eternally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here, to this system, for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. And I shall tell you, the Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Coronis expanse.
For a brief moment, Sister Argenta's voice sounds hesitant.
I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have time, Rogue Trader. Damn it.
Adira presses her fingers to her temples in desperation.
Why, your lordship? Here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard. My head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way, and I can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Or maybe it's dawn, and it's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. But if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? No. Not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make sense of any of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it, all right? Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge and we can talk. Lady Theodora was well served by my whispers on many occasions, and I'm sure you would benefit from them as well.
The Psyker's bitten lips stretch into a wry smile.
Use the system map in the center of the bridge to issue orders to the crew.
The manufacturing complex is reporting complete recovery after the fire.
Rogue Trader, I indeed have a request. The accursed servants of Chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valancia's territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the Rogue Trader could meet with the orphans? I will pass on your instructions.
Oh, we gotta do this fucking talk right now with these niggas?
You notice Infernus Master Einrich Montag standing a few paces away from the orphans. He watches you with approval and bows respectfully when you meet his gaze. One of the scowling visitors with a thin scar across his face tosses his head back and says bitterly,
So what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in their dozens for you noble lot, and you just give us speeches.
Argenta quickly turns to the boy. A flurry of emotions flashes in her dark eyes, like she wants both to calm him and scold him for his impudence.
young ones. You won't recognize them in a year or two. They will learn to salute and speak only when permitted by their superior officer. But right now, clowning around is all they know.
Testing void shields. Confirm receipt of instructions. Do you copy?
Oh no, again.
Greetings.
By the throne, this cogitator will drive me crazy one
Made a
day.
mistake. As you... About me. Gladly. There are none more faithful to the God Emperor than my sisters. We fight against... It is. The Sisters of Battle are a fire. Even the eat wearing nothing. Once I had complete... And we see... Don't. And my order has... The order sent me to Footfall. None that I'm aware of. Should any...
Alright, boom. We're hopping off this. I will be back on later. Or I'll be back on this probably tomorrow. We begin the act.